And good afternoon and welcome to Seaford Oval here at Queanbeyan, where the match of the round is the Yass Magpies playing the home team, Queanbeyan Blues. John, which way do you see this one going?
Well, Queanbeyan second on the ladder up against Yass, searching for their second win of the season. Blues definitely start as favourites. They've been one of the surprise packages so far, showing the form that they showed back in 2017. While Yass just lacking a little bit of direction, but I think the inclusion of Chris Rawlinson into the side will definitely steer that ship around a bit, because they've got a big forward pack and plenty of strike in the outside backs.
All right, well, the ground conditions, is quite pleasant afternoon. The sun's shining, just a light breeze, I guess, favouring the team running from the southern end.
Yeah, definitely. The ground's probably just a little bit heavy just with that overnight rain as well. I know in the earlier games that it was fairly slippery out there. The ball's getting quite greasy, and I think as it gets a bit colder this afternoon/evening, I think it'll, ball security will definitely be one of the big topics for both coaches.
And, of course, a couple of big names in the Queanbeyan Blues, Terry Campesian. I haven't covered this competition all that much, but Terry, is he the captain coach of the Queanbeyan Blues?
Yep, captain coach of the Queanbeyan Blues, leading them out just now, and then Joel Monaghan just behind him as well, so another big name there. Joel Monaghan making his home debut for the Blues.
And where has Joel Monaghan played the last couple of seasons?
So last year was his first year back in Australia after playing in the Super League. Played for the Albury Thunder in Group 9 last year, and he's now playing in the Canberra comp with his good mate Terry Campesi.
Well, it's certainly a lot of experience for the Blues. Who are the players? Did you want to name a couple of the players from the Yass Magpies we should keep an eye on, and they're getting a big reception as they run out?
Definitely. Noah Vanisi, the number 10, big prop. He was excellent for Tuggeranong last year. Been impressed from what I've seen from him. And David Fayeti, playing at fullback, normally in the centres. Be interested to see how this goes. Adds a lot of size, and his hard ball running should make it be a really interesting matchup.
And it's only early in the competition, 4 rounds. Is this round 5?
Yep.
We enter. So Yass have had the 1 win, 3 losses.
And the Blues, so they've won 3 games and got a draw against the Kangaroos. So,
right. So who would you say is favourite for the competition?
It's hard to look past Tuggeranong. They really did play very well against Goulburn. Goulburn, another one of the favourites. I think there's 5 teams that could win it. Looking at it at this early stage, the 2 Queanbeyan sides, Goulburn, Tuggeranong, and the defending premiers, of course, Woden as well. So I think those 5 teams... West Belconnen too, sorry. So I think those teams will be... 6 teams, actually. I think 6 teams can win it, and that's the great thing about this competition. It's anyone's game.
So here we're about to go the kick-off, and we'll get some names very shortly.
So Josh Hitchens runs the ball up, takes the first hit up.
So the Blues with the ball to start this match off. They're running from the northern end of Seaford Oval. The breeze almost coming across field at the moment, so not a great advantage to the Yass Magpies. The Blues take it within 18 metres of halfway, and they're just at these early stages, they'll just settle it up. And this wind blowing is causing havoc with these sheets, but we'll get them sorted out very shortly. So, what team is that?
Do you want to take the call while he's getting the premise up? So we're going to pack a scrum just on halfway, and it's the Yass Magpies. They'll get the feed. Meekum Crane feeds the scrum. Yeah, and there was a fumble there. Mitch Turner knocks it on.
First chance Yass have to use the ball. That scrum on halfway, John, and a little knock on at the scrum base. We'll see the Blues now feed the scrum and go for their second set into a great attacking position.
Yeah, poor there from Mitch Turner, playing at hooker, normally playing in the second row, but he gets a call up there with Charlie Shepherd moving in the halves. Oh, high tackle there. Jesse McDonald can't be doing that. And an obvious penalty to give away there.
So Terry Campese will kick for touch, and this will take the Blues deep into the Magpies territory. And it is the Blues with the ball. And you might be able to pick up some of these players, John, because
Yep, that's all good. So that's
got no sheets at the moment. So
all good. So that's Joshy Hitchens there. So Munro here from dummy half.
Now they'll bring
Goes
it
to
out the
Williams.
back line.
Stuckey. To Holo. Through to Hitchens. Hitchens, he scored! Josh Hitchens crashes over the line, and that's first blood to the Blues.
Well, that's a great start by the Blues. They had their first set, took them to halfway. A scrum then saw Yass knock on, so Blues then got the scrum feed from the knock on at the scrum base. And the Blues' second set has come up with points.
Yeah, and as you said, Chris, it's just coming back to that error from the scrum. Just, it's unnecessary. Yass had a good chance right on halfway to put on some pressure, and that error proves costly with Josh Hitchens crashing over for the first try of the game.
So Terry Campese has the ball placed for the Blues. He's about 6 metres to the left of the post and takes it back 13 metres. So Terry Campese will have no trouble with this one. It'll push the Blues out to a 6-0 lead. That's exactly what's happened. Terry Campese, the former Canberra Raider, and he was a sensational player for the Canberra Raiders.
Munro from dummy half to Woods. Good contact there by Antonio. Williams, Stuckey. Gets the offload away to Cole, but he's wrapped up. They go right again, Campese. Monahan. Questionable pass there. Marshall. He gets just on the 30-metre line. Munro again from dummy half, comes back to Williams, Campese. Long pass out to Jake Wheeler. Gets the offload away to Ilya Kotrick, big fend. Back to Cole, who puts in a kick. It looks too long.
Well,
and it is.
The bounce was almost all right. If there had just been someone following a little bit wider, could have possibly pounced on that.
Yeah, off the boot, it looked like it was going to go way over the line, but I think that breeze has held up a little bit, and it ended up just, there would have been a little bit of panic in those defenders.
Well, you never know which way a ball's going to bounce. And, so, Yass Magpies with the ball. So I'll just check on these teams. We've got one sheet. Are they all Blues?
Yes, yep, they are.
That's the Blues? Right. Just got no numbers next to them, so... Oh, yes, we have. We've got first and second names. All right, so... Sorry about that, listeners. Just running a bit late with team sheets. So it's Yass Magpies. They find touch, and they'll move it down to the 40. I don't know if you know any of these Yass players.
Yep. So Sean Davis takes the first hit up. Turner from dummy half goes to Ben Davis. He runs hard, the 19-year-old. Antonio. Fabian Antonio. Big run there. Wrapped. He loses the ball. That's a penalty.
Well, right in front of the sticks, 15 out, quick tap, and Yass can set themselves up to plan an assault on the Blues line.
Atu Tupo takes the first run. He's 5 metres out.
Right in front of the sticks.
Turner again. Meekum Crane. Steps. He's going nowhere. Ben Davis.
A big line to the right. And a poor pass. And it breaks down immediately.
Well taken there by Kotrick.
Well, it's a good result for Yass in the end. Because this will force Queanbeyan Blues to a line dropout. That kick came down just perfect, a metre before the line. And then a good hit from the winger on the far side for Yass Magpies has forced the Blues into their end goal area and forced them into a line dropout.
Exactly, and it's a bit of a makeshift halves pairing at the moment too for Yass. So Charlie Shepherd, normally their hooker, and Meekum Crane in the 6, normally their fullback. So good kick there from Charlie Shepherd.
So Yass in the middle of the field. And it is Turner playing a dummy half to Antonio. Strong run. He's 15 metres out from the line. They'll switch it back to the left after playing in the middle of the field. And Davis has a run. Now they go up the centre. A couple of Davises there, so they'll bring it back to this left side. Little chip through. It's tidied up by the Blues, but again, great work, Yass Magpies. They will force the line drop out. And we're just finally getting the team through, so we certainly apologise for the lateness. Just one more problem with this team sheet, and we should be just about there. The line dropout will come from Terry Campese. So this has been good pressure from the Yass Magpies. They're down by 6 points to 0. Into the wind, Campese's dropout makes 40 metres, goes straight to Antonio. He runs it up hard, and he's lost the ball, but this will be a penalty to Yass. There was 3 in the tackle. Terry Campese is going to argue with the referee. The referee won't have a bar of that. He says, resume your position in the line. So, Yass Magpies. 12 out. I'll swing it to the right. Shepherd looking to link up with his outside men. They force it within 6 metres. Front of the sticks. Great opportunity for Yass for their first points. Again, they go to the left. That's Davis with the ball. Haven't got a first name for him, sorry. And finally the Blues get the ball back. It was tidied up. And the Blues have survived that onslaught from Yass. 3 sets in a row. They did very well. So now the Blues centre of the ground, and Yass's defence is solid. They've pinned the Blues in their own 30 to this stage. There's a great run by the Blues, and they've opened the Magpies right up, and the try has gone astray. That was a knock on, 10 metres out, and the Magpies were shot there, but just that last pass let them down. All right. Scrum will pack. It'll pack 10 metres out from Yass line, who after all that attack up on the Blues line, their defence was solid for 3 or 4 tackles, and then the Blues sent it to the left and really opened them up. So now Davis having a run for Yass. It's Antonio, is it? No, it's a fullback who's come in. And Yass pick up the penalty. And they needed that. 20 metres out for their own line. Still a chance for them to find touch and work downfield. That's a big kick for touch. That's a terrific kick. So 10 metres onto the Blues side of the ground. Davis gave it on to Tupou. Oh no, Yass have put it down and Campese's picked it up. And now they're away, the Blues. Yass defence just opens up, and this is a fantastic run by the Blues. They take it down 30 metres out from the line. Played back to Campese. Throws a 2-man cutout ball. Found Williams, and Williams linked up with a man on his outside. Now they charge it up the centre through Woods. And Woods will play it just 12 metres out. Oh, a little run from dummy half. And that'll be a try to Joel Monroe. And that was way too easy. So the early signs of the Yass Magpies defence is not good. Joel Monroe, he was looking whether to pass left or right from dummy half and said, well, look at the big gap in front of me. I'll just coast on through here and pinch a 4-pointer. Way too easy. So punches Queanbeyan out to 10-0. And I haven't seen, there's only a few of these players I've seen before, so just got the sheets, having my first look at them. Apologies for that. Terry Campese will have no problem with this one again. He's 1 metre to the right of the post. Takes it back 10 metres. The Blues showing strong signs early in this match that they will take control in this first half. Conversion successful. 12 points to 0. So Yass back at halfway for the kickoff again, down 12-0. Kickoff from Davis. We have a first name for number 11. It is Sean. It's number 11. We've got 2 Davises. I'll just check with the co-commentator who hasn't got a microphone. And Ben is in 13, is he? So Queanbeyan with the penalty. The fine touch just short of halfway. And I'll hit it up through Michael Cullen with a strong run. 42 out. And now Aiden Woods, good run. So a couple of good runs, hard runs from Queanbeyan, and they're making easy metres. That's Joel Monroe with a good little run again from dummy half. Campese sends it on to his lock forward. And they move it out this time through Stuckey. So Queanbeyan just metres from the line. Campese singling to his troops what he's going to do. He might be going to go a cross-field bomb. No, he'll go a long ball over to his halfback. And Williams then chips it through. But yes, Magpies have managed to tidy up, and they'll pick up a penalty as well. So that is a relieving penalty. Again, they were under heavy fire. Kick for touch is good. It's almost a chance there for Campese to get a hand to it, but it finds touch and it's taken play within 10 and halfway. So assisted by the breeze. Yass with the ball. Centre of the ground through Tupou. Antonio trying to flick the ball back. And the Yass have knocked on, so Queanbeyan gets good field position now to start their set. Near halfway, leading 12 points to 0. So Blues get up the centre through the front row of Woods. Woods is 40 out. Almost centre of the ground. Go across to Campese. He's linked up with his fullback, Cole. He's got a nice step on him, Cole. Stepped off his right. Most opened up Yass. He'll play it close to the sideline. And they just settle it back infield. 10 metres short of the Yass line. So Yass really need to hold together here. Campese, he's put the big front rower. Woods, a beautiful ball, has put Woods through the gap with the fullback to beat. And there was little there Fayatati could do, and Woods has scored, and Queanbeyan now kick out to 16 points. And we've had 20 minutes of play, and the kick to come, so they're almost keeping up with the clock, the Queanbeyan Blues. That's a beautiful ball, Terry Campese, to his big man, Aidan Woods, who did a great job to run at the gap. The timing was perfect from Woods. He ran at the gap, got the ball, secured it, and then beat the fullback to score. Terry Campese, local Queanbeyan, played with the Canberra Raiders, will have no trouble with the conversion to punch it out to 18-0. 20 minutes, 11 on the clock. And now, Terry Campese is going to have a second kick at goal, so that's a penalty. And I think that must be... it's against one of the Yass players after the try was scored, I think, for dropping the elbow. So it may have been their fullback, but not 100% certain on that. And Campese will kick it to 20 points. So they're keeping up with the clock at the moment, the Blues. Kick off from Davis. And a mistake from the Blues. We'll see them get the ball back. So the line drop out from the Blues. Their defence was very good under assault 3 sets in a row from Yass earlier in the match. That line drop out not as strong. And Terry Campese had found 30 metres. So this is a good opportunity for Yass. They'll work it to the right. That time through Davis. One of the Davis boys. Back to their dummy half, Turner. Turner links up with his outside man. And that time it was Vanish. They bring it to the left. What a good tackle. Good tackle from Joel Monaghan. Yass keep pushing it up the centre. This will be their last. They'll swing it to the right. Shepherd will put across the bomb. And, oh, yes. Winger on the far side. Got his hand to it and knocked on. Knocked on, so Blues will come back out to the 20. That kick just a little bit deep. It gave Yass an opportunity for their first points. The winger on the far side is McDonald. He did get a hand to it. He just couldn't bring that ball in. I've got no first names for the Yass players. So apologies to the Yass boys. Now up the centre. Stucky. He goes over halfway. It's played back through the back line. Campese throws the dummy. And he sends a long ball. He links up with Weller. And then the pass to the winger on that far side has gone astray. So we've got Joel Moynihan playing in the centres on this right side of the field. And his winger on his outside is Marshall. So we just need to pick up who's playing wing far side for the Blues. So the Magpies, from the scrum win, go through Antonio. Probably need to be next to score to give themselves a big lift. That's Shepherd. No, in fact, that's Houston who came in off the wing. And now they've kicked it downfield. Matthew Cole has picked up the ball for the Blues deep in his own territory. Brings it out about 11 metres, so a good chase from Yass. Oh, and there's a good hit. It was from the big front rower, Vanish. I hope that's his name. It's very hard to read these Yass players on this sheet, but now there's a little knock on from the Blues. Number 19. I think it's Ilja Kotrick. So Yass will get this ball about 28 metres out from the Blues line. And this gives the Yass Magpies an opportunity. They certainly need points after 20-odd minutes. To be down 20-0, it's got them in all sorts of trouble. Shepherd goes into dummy half, gives it away to Tupou. Tupou's in the centre of the ground where he'll be tackled. There's a long ball out to the winger Beck. And Beck, 20 metres out from the Queanbeyan line. It's back for Tite. He links up with an outside man. And Tite again has a run. He's wearing the number 1 for fullback, and he's certainly heavily involved. That kick wasn't overly successful. I think it was Rawlinson. So the Blues survive that attack. They come back out to the 30-metre line where Matthew Cole, the fullback, comes up into the play, and he takes it about 15 metres short of halfway. I'll go the blind side. Campese trying to link up with a man out there. So the Blues, 40 metres out. Back for Campese. Links up with the halfback. Williams got it to the outside man. Monaghan to his winger. And Marshall comes inside. And Marshall has had the ball stolen. For Tite, what brilliant work that was. Not only to save the try, but he came up with the ball for his team. And now they pick up a penalty. So Yass, who opened up, were in all sorts of trouble. Somehow have come up with a great result. And the fine touch, about 18 metres short of halfway. Shepherd playing in a dummy half. Got it away to Edwards. Edwards is right in the centre of the ground. Shepherd has a run from dummy half. He's about 5 metres into Queanbeyan's territory. Meckham Crane works it back to the right side. Vedia puts up a big bomb. Oh, just get a favourable bounce. No, it's going over the dead ball line. That might have been going to sit up and give Yass chasers a chance, but Matthew Cole, he allowed it to bounce, but he got the favourable bounce when it went straight over the dead ball line. So it's the Blues with the ball. Joel Monaghan goes to have a run, but he slips over. And Jack Williams has split them open, given it to Campese. Campese will just stroll down the park. This is way too easy for the Blues. Opened Yass up, straight up the middle. So I think it was Jack Williams up the centre. It was a great bust. And a good ball too, way to Terry Campese. Campese did well to back up. And it was excellent work from Jack Williams in 17. The Blues congratulating themselves. They've cruised out to 24-0 after 30 minutes. Campese, from in front of the stick, should keep his 100% record here this afternoon intact. He hasn't had a difficult one yet, but he's been striking the ball quite sweetly. And Yass have had to regroup behind the try line, and they've got to talk about their defence because that hole up the centre was just too big again. A lot of work needed to be done in their defence. And Queanbeyan playing on their home ground here, Seaford Oval, are in cruise control. Campese's conversion takes it out to 26-0. 9 minutes to the half-time break. So the Blues with the ball, 25 metres out from their own line. Campese will throw a long cut-out ball. I think that's Wheeler on the far side. He takes it up towards halfway. Good metres up the centre again. Jordan Williams with the ball in the centre of the ground, but they've worked play 32 out from the Yass line. Cole, the fullback, coming off a Campese pass, was looking for the split. About 26 metres out from Yass's line. And very slow to his feet, Matthew Cole. Go back to Campese, fires one out to Williams. Williams with the chip through, and it is tidied up by Yass, who are 10 metres out from their own line and a lot of work to do now to get down the field. Facing a 26-0 scoreline with 7 minutes before the break. If there to be any chance in this game, I think they're going to need some points before half-time. At the moment, they try and grind it up the field. There's a kick from Meckham Crane. It found open spaces. There's no fullback back there. Joel Monaghan racing back will scoop the ball up. And he'll give it to his teammate. It's Kotrick. And he takes it out 30 metres out. And Marshall to play it in the centre of the ground. Work it away to Antonio. Antonio almost finds halfway. Peasy links up with Weller. Weller can be elusive, but they wrap him up 40 metres out. Peasy comes back across through Jack Williams. Oh, and Jack Williams again has broken the line and getting through tackles, ducking under tackles. Great run, Jack Williams. Last tackle, ball to Campese. Oh, and will he score himself? No, he'll just pop it up to Jordan Williams, the halfback. And Jordan Williams puts it down underneath the post. Well, as soon as it went to Campese and he held the ball out in both hands, you knew Yass were in trouble. I thought he'd score himself, but he passed it on to Jordan Williams, finished things off. And again, that was great running in that set from Jack Williams, who is a real handful. He has opened up the Yass line each time he's got the ball. We've got a Yass team sheet now. Things are getting upgraded, thankfully. Good work. So Campese, if he could pick where he wanted to kick from goal, he'd take what he's been dished up this afternoon every game, because they've all been around the sticks. I think his hardest one's been about 6 or 7 metres outside of one of the goal posts. So we'll just pop this over again from in front. And Queanbeyan will go out to 32. So 4 minutes 50 on the clock till half time, and that's a big scoreline now. 32-0. Kick off from Yass with that wind behind their back is deep. That wind has picked up a bit too, so it'll be a good advantage for the Blues in the second half, which is bad news for Yass Magpies, who are really struggling here this afternoon. Jack Williams has got his hand up for more work. Hope to get out of the 30. And now they work it through Josh Cullen. John, you're back with me.
Yeah, I'm back. Went and got a few photos back up here, and the Queanbeyan Blues have been very impressive. I've been particularly impressed by some of the younger players. I know there's the big names we've been talking about, but Jordan and Jack Williams have been very good, as well as Josh Stuckey.
So Williams, halfback, has played it on the sideline. They move it back across to Terry Campese for a crossfield bomb. Was allowed to bounce there by Houston, but he manages to clean it up. He went in, I think he was blinded by the sun in his eyes.
Yeah, it's really bad just in that corner, just trying to... You got the sun right in your eyes there, so Blues obviously you got a bit of home ground advantage, you know what they're doing. But they've been giving Houston a bit of a horrid time today.
Yeah, that sun's low, so he was looking directly into it. Now, this is a solid run. And I think that's Smith.
Yeah, Jai Smith, his 100th game as well, so...
Oh, good on him.
Yeah.
Jay Smith always played for Yass.
As to my knowledge, he might have played for someone else, but yeah, definitely been at Yass as long as I've been calling and watching Yass games.
And excuse my ignorance because I just haven't followed the local league for quite a number of years. Kick downfield will go to Matthew Cole, scoops it up, and a nice tackle wraps him up about 5 out. But the Blues have been very dominant at 32-0, couple of minutes till half time. It's a long way back for Yass.
Yeah, it's a long way back, and even though we did have a miracle here in the grand final last year with Tuggeranong coming back from 30-0 down to level at 30-all before going down, I can't see anything happening here. Yass look absolutely knackered. And I think that was highlighted just about 5 minutes ago when they put in the kick and there was no one in at fullback for the Blues, but there was no chase either from Yass. And I think that kind of sums up where their energy levels are at the moment.
Chip over the top from Terry Campese, scooped up by Weller. And he's
that's a good take.
Spectacular by, is it Fatiti?
Fieti.
Oh, I'm hopeless with some of these names, but thank you, John. He's got some good skills, hasn't he, David?
Yeah, he does. Ooh, that looks suspect there. But yeah, Fieti's got plenty of strike. I like him at fullback. Strong ball runner, which is something I think they kind of lack in the middle of the park.
Well, he's been
fighting both
far.
sides. Yeah. I'm happy. I gave him a rap and he's come up goods for me, so I'm happy with that.
Mitchell Edwards with a run in the centre. Now, yes, work it away to the left. That's a good, strong run up the middle. That's what Yass need. Try and get some dominance happening.
He's hurt.
In the
he looks
centre.
hurt, Venisi.
Venisi, is it?
Yeah, Noah Venisi.
Noah Venisi.
He's been. I think he's probably been their best forward. But
that was a good, solid run, but
just came off second best just in that last little bit of contact there.
Well, he's conscious, but he's receiving attention. Let's hope he's okay. Terry Campese, what can you say? At this level, he's a very dominant player.
Yeah, I think every level he's played at, he's been dominant.
Well,
and because he's been around for so long, people forget that he's not even though he's been around for such a long time. Like it was 2008 when he played for Australia. Like he's only 34. Like there's guys who are playing at this level who are much older than him. And Campese, after probably struggling a little bit with just niggling injuries last year, he's back to his best this year. He's been outstanding, strong, good organiser, towering kicks. But one thing I really like is just how he's always supporting as well. Like he's not just orchestrating; he's doing a bit of running as well. And like when Jack Williams made that break a little bit earlier in the game. Campese was there following up and was able to get a try from it, and you don't get that from someone who's like sometimes you get people who have played at a high level that come back a bit old, battered and bruised, and they do some of the flashy stuff, but the tough stuff, the 1%ers, he's still doing it.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to describe Terry Campese and how he's playing football at the moment. So Yass with a little kick over the top, between Mitchum Crane. Goes back to Cole. Cole goes across field. Links up with Antonio. They keep working it. Back to Cole. Cole towards halfway. So that's a great return of the football by the Blues. And
I love that offload from Antonio as well. That was
Halalilu. Yep. Just struggling with these sheets, my apologies. And there's a good tackle.
He's in the touch as well.
That is a good tackle. showed him the sideline and took him over. It was at William Beck, I think.
Yeah, and what I like about that from Yass is like that was a very inexperienced pairing on that left edge. So they had Will Beck. They had who else they have in there? I think they had in the 16 Tommy Warner, not to be confused with Tom Warner, who was the joint Les McIntyre medalist last year. So Tommy Warner, and I think there was someone else in there as well. I can't quite catch who it was, but good defence.
So there's half-time siren, and it is 32-0 Queanbeyan Blues over the Yass Magpies. So the teams have resumed their break. And Campese has the ball, so it won't be long before things will be ready to get underway for the second half. And at the moment, the Blues lead 32-0 after a wonderful first half of football. Terry Campese in the centre of the ground was outstanding and had plenty of options with his ball runners. They're well drilled, well trained, the Queanbeyan Blues. And there's a mistake from Yass early on from the kickoff. Two posts put it down. So Blues will go on the attack and could score early points here. They'll go up the centre. Stuckey is going to be about 8 metres shy of the line. Bring it back to the open side. Little halfback Williams trying to work things to his left. And now a mistake from the Blues. We'll see Yass get the ball. A bit of a mix up there, and they've put it down. And Antonio was trying to do a set move, and it's gone wrong. He's a big lump of a lad. James Antonio has played well. So Yass survived that one. Chris Rawlinson feeds the scrum. They work it out across their back line, and for Eddie, he gets out to the 20-metre line. So Yass with a lot to do in this second half. Centre of the ground, and the big fellow Antonio had a run. Now Tupou just playing it up the centre. Back again for Antonio. He makes good metres. He's over the halfway line. They're still around the centre of the ground. They're just playing it one out, and they've made good metres. They'll go the kick now. It came from Meckham Crane. Went across field. Wasn't deep enough. And Houston just couldn't handle that one. So it'll be a scrum feed to the Blues. 15 metres their side of the ground. Boys taking a bit of time to get to the scrum. In no rush, Campese will feed. And they'll work it out across their back line to about 12 metres short of halfway. Munro's played a good game, the dummy half. Links up with Halalilo. He's in the centre of the ground. He made it through to halfway. They'll punch back the other side. Stuckey gets through a lot of work. Now Williams, Campese, nice ball. This has opened up space for Wheeler. He's taken ball and all. Cole has a run from dummy half on the last. Now they've got to back the Campese. They've got numbers to the right now, the Blues, if they move it. They've pushed it out there. Monahan has a run, and that'll be the last tackle. Well, they had the numbers, but Yass got back across in cover. We're able to defuse the situation. So Yass working up the centre. About 30 or 22 metres out from their own line. Down 32-0 on the scoreboard. No doubt at half-time they would have been talking about how they can be better drilled in defence to try and contain this Blues side, which has a lot of talent in it. So Chris Rawlinson now in the 14 jumper playing half-back for Yass. Last tackle, they'll go across to the 5'8", Meckham Crane. Oh, it's the last, sorry, and Meckham Crane will play at 40 out. So they'll come back. Rawlinson puts the bomb in, and Matthew Cole underneath it. That sun, which was in the eyes in the first half of the players playing down in that corner, the city end corner of Seaford Oval, as the sun has now got low enough where we've pretty much got shadow across the ground. Williams up the centre for Queanbeyan. Well, in fact, that's Antonio. So it is the Blues at halfway. Well, that's a good little run too from Monroe, and he's got Williams into space, and he gave it back to Cole. That's a good dummy half run from Monroe. He opened Yass up. And then the pass, the two passes on have made it quite easy trying the end. Just to the left of the sticks. So Terry Campese will have no trouble again with this conversion. He's a good little player, Joel Monroe, from the dummy half role for the Blues. So at 36-0, 33 minutes left on the clock. If Queanbeyan stay switched on, the Queanbeyan Blues, they could run up a very healthy scoreline. Yass have no answers for them up the centre, and that's where the Blues have made so many breaks. Campese just pops that one over. 38-0. So Yass again, come back to the halfway. For the kickoff. And the Blues, they work it out. Woods took the first run. Stuckey the second. And they're quickly back to halfway with those three forward runs from the Blues. Good metres. It was Lilio. Now they work it to the left. The Blues, a couple of tackles up their sleeve, have made it down to the 40 after that run by Cullen. Now they go wide. And now it comes back inside to Williams. And Jack Williams, who's proved a handful, dummying, showing the ball, beating tackles. One to beat. Oh, gee. He can play, this boy. That is a fantastic try. Jack Williams. Beating half a dozen defenders. Showing the ball, stepping. He's got all the talent in the world. Beautiful to watch. And the Blues go into the 40s. 42-0. And again, Terry Campese. It's only about 9 metres to the left of the post. It's just been kicking practice for him this afternoon. All the Blues tries have been in and around the post. Well, now he's taken about 11 metres to the left of the sticks. Takes it back about 19 metres. 100% record so far this afternoon. And he strikes it beautifully. 44-0, half an hour to play. The Magpies really feeling down. They've had the one win this season, the Magpies. They've got some promising players. They've fallen short as a team this afternoon. I'm sure they can regroup from this. I don't think there's any way back into this match. Oh, gee, there's a long ball. They're going to attack straight away, the Blues, and they're throwing it out to Kotrick. Kotrick has a strong run. Take play about 18 metres short of halfway on the first tackle. So the Blues now, with all the confidence in the world, is going to throw it around. Tonio had a run. I go up the centre again. Patch was playing dummy half there. It's broken down. Patch sent it to his right, but the Blues out there have put it down. So Magpies can start their set close to halfway. They haven't had much time in the Blues half with the ball. They're a little bit bunched at the moment. They're a bit shell-shocked. They go for Teddy. And they pick up a penalty, Yass. So 30 metres out, they'll kick for touch, and they've got a set to try and regroup and come up with some attack. Let's see what the Magpies can come up with. They're searching for their first points of this match. First tackle at 5 metres short of the line. Yes, they've come up with a try. Tupou, I think, was that Davis? In fact, it was Tupou, yeah. Number 12, Tupou's gone through. And Yass have a try on the board. And that's something for their efforts here this afternoon. 44-4. Kick to come. About 27 minutes of play left. And conversion successful for the Yass Magpies, 44 points to 6. Sean Davis, I think it was, with that conversion. The wind behind the Blues now, though the breeze has dropped off again. That was a big kick-off from Terry Campese. And the Magpies will bring it out 22 metres. I'll go across to the centre of the ground. Try and work it through the backs. It went through Shepherd and Meckham Crane out to the outside man over there. Yede, the centre of the ground. Now it comes back for a kick through Rawlinson. Picked up by Kotrick. And well wrapped up by the Yass defence. Cole has a run from dummy half. So it's given Yass a little bit of a lift, that 6 point on the board. This defence line looks better. And they contain Queanbeyan to their own 30 so far. Work at a crossfield. Now the Blues to Holo. 10 shy of halfway. Comes back. Up the centre goes Woods. Good strong run from Aidan Woods. It goes through Campese's hands to Monaghan. And Monaghan broke the line. He threw a ball back inside that went astray. Hickam Crane dived on it. And the referee has ruled a penalty to the Blues. Player tackle without the ball. So the Blues will go on the attacking advantage now. They'll kick for touch and be set up close to the 20-metre line. And again, they'll be hard to hold out. So Aidan Woods, the first hit up. 18 metres out. He's back to Patch, to Holo. Right in front of the post, 8 metres out. Ball comes across to Jack Williams. Oh, too easy. Has he gone over? No, they've stopped him. Millimetres short. From a dummy half run from Patch has failed. Campese goes dummy half. He wants it out the back line. Cole has it. Uses the left-hand fend. So Yass Magpies doing well in defence at the moment. Queanbeyan, a little chip through, came from Williams. It's a race for the ball. And I think the Blues have won that race. Not sure who got that try out wide. It was a lovely little kick from Williams. Might have been Stuckey who got to that ball first. They're looking down the barrel of 50 points now, the Blues. And this is Terry Campese's toughest kick of the afternoon. He's probably only 10 metres in from the touchline. He's got a 100% record. They've all sailed over from easy positions. But he's been striking it nicely. And if he can kick this one, they'll find the half century, the Queanbeyan Blues. They're pretty happy with themselves. They've had a good start to the season. This is the 5th round. And they've only had suffered one game where they haven't come away with a win, and that was a draw. So they remain undefeated. And Terry Campese now from wide out brings it round beautifully. So there's the 50. 50 points to 6 over the Yass Magpies. 21 minutes and 23 seconds left on the clock. And Yass have to bring themselves up to halfway once again. Today with the kick-off, and the Blues from deep in their territory make it out 20 metres on the first tackle. That's Patch from dummy half run. Didn't make too many metres on that occasion. Jack Williams, left step, beat one. He's creative. Cross to Campese, to Cole. Throws the dummy, loses the ball as he ran into McDonald. Good ball and all tackle from Jess McDonald from Yass, and That's forced the ball free. So Yass will get the scrum feed on halfway. "20 minutes to go. 50-6 the scoreline. Queanbeyan Blues been in cruise control pretty much from the start of this match. Fiede, he's 40 out in the first run. Little dart from dummy half from Shepherd, but he was plucked off pretty quickly. And now a drop ball from their fullback, Fiede. And the Blues come away with it. Tahalo goes across field. About 18 short of halfway. I'll just keep pushing away with the up the centre for a couple of tackles. The Blues have been very strong and found plenty of holes up the middle of the park. Now the cutout ball goes to Canberra, gets it onto Wheeler. And Wheeler is wrapped up by 3 players coming in. Good work by McDonald, who's been strong in defence. Back to Canberra, showing, dummying. Then he gives it to Williams. Jordan Williams, they keep it alive for the kick through. And that's going to go over the dead ball line. Just a bit too long. And Yass can come back out to the 20-metre line to restart things. The Queanbeyan Blues certainly with a strong foundation for the 2019 season. The first game of the local competition I've seen this year, but they look pretty strong and well-drilled outfit here this afternoon and have outplayed Yass, who have a bit of work to do, but have got a lot of young players. No doubt will improve as the year goes on. So Houston playing at 12 short of halfway. Now Yass makes some good metres. So that's a good run. Antonio, a great run, and we've got 10 minutes. So 10 minutes in the bin, and it was behind the play off the ball. And we've got one particular spectator who's not happy with things. And I think this player's going to cap a mouthful off this spectator. Yeah, and that's a good confrontation between the spectator and the man sent off. I'm not sure who that was sent off. 10 minutes. But, might have been Tahalo was sent off. No, he's still out there. Oh, 14, was it? Patch. So can Yass come up with points here? Down 50-6. It'd be great to see them come up with a 6-pointer. And they work it up the centre. And they get a penalty. It was Ben Davis having a run. So in front of the sticks. They'll take the tap, and they've got either side of the ground. They'll work it across to Tupou. Now they come wide. They come wide through Shepherd, looking to link up with his outside men. Only 5 metres short of the line. Charlie Shepherd plays it. Dummy half as a run. Meckham Crane, I think it was. And he's crossed over. So a good result for Yass. Takes them up into double figures. They're at 10 points. Well, I've never seen that, a confrontation between the spectator and the player sent off. It was, well, I shouldn't say the word entertaining, it was something different. So the kick for goal, they're coming from Sean Davis for the Yass Magpies, 50 points to 10. That's a good kick. Straight over the black dot. And brings it to 50 points to 12. So Terry Canberra, he brings his side back to halfway to resume play. Great effort by the Blues this afternoon. They were in control right from the early stages, and there's a mistake from Yass, but it went backwards, that drop ball. Then it was charged up very strongly by Antonio, who's had a solid game. He played 10 out from his own line. Oh, there's a barnstorming run. It was Tupou again with that run. Now a penalty to Yass. So it gives them a lift. Their second try of the match, and again it gives them a lift. They ran that ball strongly out from their own line. It was a terrific run by Antonio, who kicks for touch. And this means they're 40 metres out. They can go on the attack and search for more points. Donald onto Shepherd. Shepherd linked up with his outside man, the lock forward in Davis. They continue to probe there down that far side. They're only about 12 metres out from the line now. So yes, this has been a great after points. They've come up with their two sets, courtesy of that penalty. They've got good field position now. They'll go wide. They go through Shepherd. He's going to chip over the top, but that kick was not quite on line, so puts his side under pressure. They try to keep the ball alive, and eventually there's a knock on from McDonald. Their kicking game, they probably need to work on a little bit, yes. But the Blues will now get the ball back from their scrum. They had 22 out from their own line. I'm still amazed at the spectators' barrage of abuse. It had some very imaginative words in it, and he's got a big, loud, deep voice. Maybe he should look at his manners when there are children present. Blues with the ball. 25 out from their own line. They've got the game wrapped up with 12 minutes to go. At 50 points to 12. And Terry Canberra will go dummy half centre of the ground. He's just played an outstanding game of football. And that time he sent his big front rower, Aidan Woods, up the centre. He's played very well. The dummy half has a run, Munro, who's a clever little player, Munro. He's a great asset to the Queanbeyan Blues. Canberra, backline's flat. I thought he's going to kick. Beautiful ball to Wheeler. Wheeler puts the foot down as he goes through the gap. Now he's beaten some flimsy defence, come back in field and falls short by a metre. Canberra will throw another long ball to the right. It goes away to Williams. Williams looked for the kick, and play breaks down, but I think Yass have come up with a knock on. The class of Terry Campese. Wheeler, he did well, Wheeler, to run at that gap. He got on the outside of his man, and of course he knew, he had the confidence that Campese could throw the long ball and hit him on the chest. So his job was to run at the gap to give himself every chance. Campese lobbed it right there at his chest, and Wheeler made big meters for the Blues. This is a big chance, the Blues again. Jordan Williams will feed the scrum. Oh, straight through, ran into the goalpost. Held up by the goalpost. So come back out 10 metres, play the ball. So little Sean Williams denied a try. No doubt if he hadn't hit the goalpost, he probably would have scored. So the Blues, far side of the ground, just a couple of metres out. Points coming, I'd say. Williams gets it across through Cullen. Cullen will take the tackle. Still 4 metres away. Munro looks both ways from dummy half, goes to the right. Lovely long ball out. Cole has to turn around and dive on that one. Come back again to Williams, out to Campese, long ball out to Wheeler. Wheeler tries to stand up McDonald. He beats McDonald. The winger came in, tidied him up. Now Campese goes with the bomb across field, looks okay. Up goes Joel Monaghan, and does a great job, Joel Monaghan. The arm stretched above his head. He was the highest man, and he secured that ball in difficult circumstances and put it down to score Queanbeyan's next try. Very hard to read the scoreboard now. The sun has gone down very low. But they'll be edging towards 60. Probably taking the foot off the pedal a bit the last 15 minutes. So Terry Campese, with the 100% record here this afternoon, has got to kick this one from 11 metres in from the sideline. I think that score, it may read, is it 58? 54? Yeah, they've taken the foot off the pedal. They got to 50. It's been a while since they got points. So Terry Campese with the ball lined up to try and keep his 100% record intact. Moves in, strikes it good. And up go the flags again, as has been the case all afternoon. So 56-12. 100% record with the boot, and there's been plenty of attempts. Not sure how many, but there'll be over 10. So Yass kick off once again. It's taken by Jordan Williams. Sends one of his forwards up into the fray. Ball comes back for Williams to send another forward. Couple of settlers up the centre for the Blues. Now Campese wants to give it a little bit of air. And he found Cullen. He goes back to Holo. Centre of the ground. Back for Campese again. And he goes back to the other side of the ground. It was well read by the Yass player there, Rawlinson. Queanbeyan lose metres. They'll straighten things back up through Aidan Woods, back to the halfway, but this is the last tackle. And they're caught. They're a dummy half. Munro was looking to scheme something down the blind side. Ran into a Yass defender and went nowhere. So Jai Smith has a run. He's 42 out from the Blues line. Good place to start the set for Yass Magpies. Get down into the dying minutes of this match. Edwards had a run. He's going to play at the centre of the ground, 25 metres out. Back through the back line. Tupou, about 12 short. Come back to the open side. Eckham Crane is showing the ball. Finally finds support. Tried the flick pass back to Eckham Crane, but they're not going anywhere at the moment, Yass. Up and down in the one spot. Last tackle. Nothing doing here on the last. I'll just take the tackle. Well, this will be the last, sorry. Or did they get 6 again? Not sure. There's a good hit. That's the big fella, Woods. Good hard hit. Well, that was messy. Yass come up with the ball after that. He hasn't ruled 6 again. Well, Yass failed to capitalise on their field position. It got messy. Lost their way. The Blues will get the scrum feed. Got a player down with cramp. I tell you, that breeze is now very cold here at Queanbeyan. As the sun is very close to setting. Very close to needing lights. In fact, the lights are on. It's just in that situation where the lights have got no effect as yet. Well, there's a little bit of sunlight hanging on. Campese will feed the scrum. Cole will play the ball. First tackle. 18 metres out of his own line. Woods pops the ball out the back, but he'd been asked to play it. Starts the Blues with the ball, centre of the ground, 30 metres out from their own line. In control, 56-12. Working away to Joel Monaghan. And he'll play it on halfway. Swing the ball back across. Jordan Williams looking to link up with his outside men and Wheeler. He's going to play it. Ball back now for Williams and kick over the sideline on the full. It's a bit of a letdown to that. So now, Yass, a few minutes to go, down 56-12. But they've kept their chins up. They keep trying. Houston almost makes halfway. Head. Good run. 40 out, centre of the ground. Go back to the left. Tonio He's played well, Antonio. He's tried hard. He's a strong runner. Come across for Shepherd. And he's got the ball away to Jay Smith. Smith 20 out. It's not a bad set. One of their better sets from Yass. And kick across field. Came from Davis. And Joel Monaghan has cleaned it up. Tupou was that with that good hit. We're down with about a minute and a half to go. There's another long ball from Campese. Geez, been just spot on. That again, that cutout ball, but it landed straight on the chest of the player it was intended for. Campese tries a chip over the top for Joel Monaghan, who catches it, throws it back inside. Marshall has a run. Monaghan dummy half. It's at the Williams. Chip over the top. Yass knock on. And referee blows the whistle. Indicates the Yass player was offside. So one last chance for Queanbeyan. We're under the last minute. They're looking to crack the 60. Can they do it in their final set? Campese goes the blind to Monaghan. And that completely fooled Yass. Campese, they were expecting to pass to the left to the open side. Campese dummy that way, turned it back with a long ball to Monaghan. And Monaghan cruised over to bring up the 60 mark. And that'll be the end of the match. We'll have the kick from Terry Campese to see if he can keep his 100% record. And this will be the widest kick he's had all afternoon. Blues in there congratulating themselves. Now Terry Campese, siren sounds in the background. And Terry Campese, 100% record. Can he keep it going? Well, he'll leave the ground with 100% record because he's not kicking. Kotrick's come up for a kick. Not a bad stab at it. Looks all right. Goes away to the left. 60 points to 12. Queanbeyan Blues defeat the Yass Magpies at Seaford Oval.